turn this around. There you go. That's a lot of questions in there. Yuna and Harry have done a pretty good job preparing them all. So, should we just get started? Thumbs up. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first question.
Question number 1 from Narbadius. I think your stage performance is just awesome. How do you light yourself up for the stage? Or how do you light up yourself for the stage?
Okay, so how do I light up myself for stage? And thank you for saying my stage show is amazing. Is it like actual lights we're talking about, or is it like how do I pump myself up?
I think it's how you pump yourself up.
Yeah, how do I pump myself up? Well, because the lights is all credits to Harald, our light man. And luckily he doesn't let me have much of a say when it comes to that. So that's all him. But how do I pump myself up? I think, as I'm a pretty like social and talkative person, but right before stage is like one of the few times where I can't, I don't really say much, and I very much go into myself, and I get very like introvert and quiet, and I guess in a weird way that's how I pump myself up. I think I just save all the energy for stage, and we do listen to some music though.
Yeah,
we have this one thing that we do where we go, oh Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Mickey. And then I like point on the different members in the band, and then they have to go, hey. And that seems to be working pretty well. So yeah, okay. Next question.
Describe this next album's theme, or what it is all about in general.
Okay. Oh, Harry, you're so fine. Say hello to Ryan. He had a mustache. Like Harry actually had a mustache yesterday, and that was pretty incredible. I wish that he'd kept that.
You've got to keep yourself entertained.
Yeah. So the question: describe the theme of the album and
what it's all about in general.
Yeah, what it's all about in general. I haven't really said that much about the album yet, so it's like tricky to know what I should say and what I shouldn't say. But I guess the album is kind of has a almost like a concept, and it's sort of two different concepts, but they're very in line with each other. So I'm not going to really say too much about exactly what the different angles of the concept is, but I will tell you this. So far I've written mainly about love and friendship and human relationships and all this stuff, and that's not really changing. Like I'm not, even though I would love to be one of the, a person that could write a whole album about, politics or Mother Earth or something like that. It just hasn't really come natural.
That's album number 2.
Far. That's album number 2 and album number 3. So it's still in the same vein. So yeah, there's a lot coming in the next few weeks about this kind of stuff, and I'm getting a lot of questions about the album. So we will get into the album more the further we get into this. But sorry, I didn't mean to film your crotch, but yeah. Okay, so I think for that we'll go to the next question.
Okay, question number 3. Were the firefighters?
By the way, how long do we normally keep going in these like direct live sessions? Because I've never done one before. So are we like happy to do it for like half an hour or 45 minutes, or should you just all leave when you're done, and then I will take that as a hint? More of Harry's crotch, please. Okay, next question.
Were the firefighters in Come Over real ones or models? If they were real ones, which station did they come from?
Okay, I'm so happy you're asking about the music video for Come Over, because it was so much fun to do it. And I'm getting a lot of questions about the firefighters, naturally. So I will tell you this. There was 2 different sets of firefighters. There was the ones on the screen, and it was the ones that I was actually, dancing and canoodling with. And the firefighters on the screen were not real firefighters, and the firefighters in the video with me, they were actual firefighters. And one of them, he was on set with us for about an hour, 8 to 10 hours, and then he went straight to work after because he was doing a shift. So he was like definitely like a crazy, awesome firefighters. Unfortunately, I don't know what fire station they belong to, but I think it was somewhere in East London. Should I even be telling you this? I don't want you to like go to East London fire station and ask for them because that would probably be strange. But oh yeah, look, I have a calendar in my room, and this was one of the guys from the video, and he was a real firefighter. So yeah, they were real. And very nice and friendly and super funny. So.
Okay, if you could witness any event of the past, present or future, what would it be?
Oh yeah, I remember this question from Has, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because he asked the question on my last Q&A, and I was happy that he asked it again. Okay, so what event would I want to witness? Present, future, or past?
Past, present, or future.
Okay, so let's just quickly dive into all three of them. Past, I would love to have seen a dinosaur in real life, especially not like the T-Rex scary one, but you know, the one with the long throat, which there's a film about. What's it called?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Anyway, the Land Before Time, I think it's called. One of those kind of dinosaurs I would have loved to have seen in real life.
The Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
Speed. We're gonna get
And in future event, you know what? I have watched this BBC documentary thing about the planets, and seeing how like they have evolved over so long. I really just wonder where the hell we're going. Like, are we gonna end up in tiny little boxes, sitting and talking to each other by screens, like we're kind of doing right now? Or is there another? Are there other people in space? I am getting the question where Yuna is, and she's actually right over there. But she has told me that I am not allowed to film her whatsoever. So yeah, that's. You can say hey.
Hello.
Hello, she's here. So basically, where are we going? That's what I want to know. And in present event. Oh, there's not really an event, but I would love to see a blue whale, which is very random. It's kind of linked to the dinosaur in a weird way, but that's the first thing I can think about. Maybe like the carnival in Rio de Janeiro, that would be cool. Yeah.
All right, this is not a question, it's more of a motivational statement.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys for all the nice messages in the last past weeks, and yeah, I hope you're all safe and happy and in finding peace in this weird, like, isolated situation. Yeah.
I'm not going to give my Norwegian a try, but you can.
Okay. So we are doing a show with the Dua Lipa in May here in Oslo. We were doing a show because, unfortunately, due to the circumstances, that show has been cancelled. So that's that's a little shit, but that's okay.
You have to read the question.
Yeah, the question was if I'm still playing with Dua Lipa in May, and I'm not.
Okay, how did you become a singer?
How did I become a singer? That's why. I mean, I'm from a musical family, and I started picking up the guitar from around 15 or 16, and I think overall it was more about the songwriting rather than the singing. I don't really think that I'm like an amazing like singer. I'm not like a very technical singer, and I feel like I can't just like sing anything, which is why I also don't do a lot of covers, because 99% of the time they just come out of little shit. I have. No, you are. Thank you. So I kind of started just doing songwriting and picked up the guitar. I was very inspired by Eva Cassidy, if anyone knows her. And I wanted to just play the guitar instead and sing sad, melancholic singer-songwriter songs in some brown pub, which was the beginning, I guess. And then I loved it, so I never really stopped, I guess.
You answered the next question there as well. It said, what inspired you to become a singer?
Yeah, that was it was on the television one Christmas. As I said, I'm from a musical family, so it was always music around the house. But I saw Eva Cassidy sing on the television one Christmas, and I just thought she was amazing. And around the same time, I think my first boyfriend broke up with me. Continued into my 20s.
All right. How is your creative process, or what is your creative process?
My creative process. Are we? By the way, it's like everyone can hear the questions. Is that? But sometimes, we write the track and the melody before we start on the words. And I think a lot of the songs are inspired by, conversations we've had in the studio that day, or things that I'm feeling, or things that I've been thinking about, so it kind of depends. But I'm definitely more of a melody girl, naturally, so I tend to start with that. But was that in the question? What inspires me to write? Was that the question?
Describe your creative process.
Oh, describe. Okay, so that's good. Yeah.
Subject change.
Yeah.
What is the favorite?
Yeah. I love it.
Okay. What is your favorite place in the world?
If you don't know it, you should run down to the store when this quarantine is over and just get yourself shitloads of drumstick. Okay, next question.
What is your favourite place in the world?
Wait, what's a favorite place in the world? Ooh, that's an easy question. My favorite in the entire world is...
Mama and Papa's house.
Yeah, it's my parents' house. I love going home. I love hanging out with my parents. They're super cool. And also my brother and his family are in Tromsø. So when we're there... But until, who knows? Never say never. But for now, I will keep to talking.
Okay, if you're able to, will you be doing a tour of the USA?
A tour of the USA. I have been doing quite a few tours in the USA, and I love doing them. I mean, I'm kind of happy being pink because I love pink, as you know. Yeah, that's all right. That's good.
Yeah.
Lightman Harry over there. Will I ever sing in Norwegian? In the foreseeable future, no. Not because I don't like music in Norwegian, because I like a lot of music in Norwegian, and there's a lot of music now. So for now, we will just wait and see.
Okay. I know the album will have songs that we don't know about, but are going to release in the future. But are you going to release in the future? Hold on a second. One moment. That we don't know about. But are you going to release future songs that we know, in brackets, songs that you sing at concerts? So are you going to?
Okay, basically,
release
am I going to release songs that? Am I going to release songs that you have already heard?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Well.
No, I'm saying yes to you, not yes.
Okay,
to
yeah.
Rebecca.
But then you kind of answered the question, because there won't be any songs on the album that has been released before, because that would be massively unfair to all of you who's been waiting for years for me to. Most favorite song that I've ever written is probably that's a hard one to pick. Maybe Love You Like That.
Which chocolate is your favourite?
Which chocolate is my favorite? Hey Michelle, now Michelle is on the chat and she wrote Love You Like That with me, so with me and her and Jason, so that's nice. Which chocolate is my favorite? Kanskje du kan springe og hente den melkesjokoladen som ligger I skapet? Okay, I'll show you it. Yuna's gonna go and pick it up. Actually, I also love that chocolate Bueno. The commercial used to go on TV when I was a kid, and I remember all of the commercial.
Go on then.
Do you want to hear it? Bueno, det lekkert på norsk. Herlig sprø vaffel dekket med sjokolade. Og myk hasselnøttkrem inni. Smak, så vet du hva Bueno betyr. Lekkert sprø, nydelig myk. Yeah, that was the commercial.
If the album doesn't go well, you've got a job in voiceovers.
I'm going to start doing voiceovers. Here's one of my you have no idea how much chocolate and stuff I've been eating in this quarantine. I bought 2 boxes of toffee and I ate both of them. I bought Bomsomums and lots of different things. But this is one of my favorite. This is like traditional Norwegian chocolate. But this particular one, because it's all different flavor, like kind of types. And this one has nuts and raisins and stuff in it. And I think it's my dad's favorite chocolate too. So I guess we kind of had it around the house when I was growing up, and I love it. I wish I could share a little bit of that with you all. And actually, have I shown you the buns that I made for this quiz? Ooh.
Quiz.
No, quiz. I keep saying quiz. I don't know why I say quiz. But yeah, I made those because this is the closest I've been to, having visitors over since the quarantine started. So I thought I have to serve something even though you can't eat it. So the buns are just basically standing there, and I'll probably end up eating all of them by the time this is over, or when it's over. Okay, next question.
You've kind of answered this one, but what are you doing in your quarantine?
What am I doing in my quarantine? I make buns, clearly. And, ooh, do you guys want to see that? Did you see when we were painting the table the other day? Because I kind of showed you a little bit of the process, but I didn't show you the end result. So here is the end result of our table. There you go. I mean, it's kind of difficult to see it now when it's so dark, but it's purple and blue and purple and black and white, and it looks really funky, and not entirely sure what we were thinking, but at least we finished it, and that was a quarantine project. And so other than that, I've had my home office in the same way that I have on other office weeks during the year when I'm not traveling or playing or writing. So in that way, it's not that different to sit at home and work, but it's just been a little longer than normal. But yeah, I try and do nice things and watch a lot of this program we have called 71 grader nord in the evenings, which, yeah, it's nice. And I just try and keep busy and do a mix of things I have to do, but also things that I just enjoy doing.
This one says, it's another touring question, but when is your next tour? And please play in Oslo with the possibility of us drinking beer next time.
Oh, I would love to drink beer. Actually, I have a little glass here. Is that allowed? So cheers. Yeah, I think we've answered the touring question.
Yeah. Right. What made you choose the current synth vibe in your music?
Okay, the current synth vibe in my music, I guess, is just like a development from. I started out doing very singer-songwriter kind of music and more folk leaning, and with the acoustic guitar and the melodica even at one point, and acoustic drums and stuff. And then as I progressed as a songwriter, I started working with more different people, and I started learning more about synths and experimenting more with like electric guitars as well, and more computer sounds. So I guess it was just a natural development, and hopefully my music will continue to develop and grow and into something, maybe something new eventually. We'll see. But I guess it's just the stuff that I'm into right now that's inspiring that.
All right, this is quite a big question, but what is the best experience of your life?
Oh, my best experience of my life? That's a very hard one. I don't think I'm able to pick one, but I went on a coast-to-coast road trip when I was about 20 years old, and we drove from New York to Los Angeles over 7 weeks, and I can't say that that's a better experience than a lot of the other stuff that I've done, but I guess like during that time I felt incredibly like free, and it was like a very it was a really fun adventure, and I got to see so many different places and met so many nice people, and so that was a great experience. Also moving to London was a great experience that I really look back on with it shaped me a lot. So that was probably the biggest decision I've ever made, was to move to London, and therefore it's also one of my most best experiences. Yeah.
What is your favourite lyric? And I'm assuming it's probably one of your own, as opposed to someone else's.
I guess we can answer both. My favourite lyric. God, this is difficult, guys. I have to think so fast. and I don't want to like answer really bad. I would say there's a Joni Mitchell song called Case of You. She goes, I remember the time you told me love is touching souls. Surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me. And these lines from time to time. Yeah, that's my favorite line. It's a Joni Mitchell song called Case of You, and she says that part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. And I just feel like it's pretty fitting for what I do, and that line just kind of hit me. And I guess like that's a nice thing about like writing, because you kind of almost put like little things that you experience and memories and people, you like put them into music and an emotion in the music. And even though maybe the relationship ends, or you know, that particular memory is kind of, you know, it's over, it's past, you kind of keep a part of that with you, because you have it in the music, if that makes sense. Like I can listen to a song I wrote many years ago, and as I listen to it, I remember the stuff that I felt, and it reminds me of the people I was writing it about and stuff. So I don't know, I guess that's one of my favorite lines. Did I even make that made sense? Didn't it?
Yeah.
Deep. Okay. From my own lines, I'm not sure. I feel like it's picking between your darlings. Yeah.
Okay, who is your favourite artist?
My favourite artist is maybe Robin. Yeah, maybe Robin. I would say Ryan Adams, but then he went and did all that shit he did, and after that, I'm like, sorry, no can do, Ryan. So I will say Robin.
Are you planning to come to Italy maybe next year? Question mark.
I would love to come to Italy next year. Or maybe this year. We'll see.
Who inspires you most musically?
I mean, Robin is a big part of that, but also like Veronica Maggio. She's Swedish. Do you? Yeah, boo to Ryan Adams. I agree. Veronica Maggio, she's Swedish. She's amazing. She sings in Swedish, but even Harry, Harry loves her too, even though he doesn't understand Swedish. So you really need to check her out. She's incredible if you haven't already. And I'm quite inspired by her. And she's also like, what is she, end of her 30s? And she is going strong with her like pop music, and I love that. Oh, I like First Aid Kit. Do you like First Aid Kit? Yeah, they're some of my favorites. Like, they're my favorites too.
Maybe you should do some live questions then.
Do you understand Swedish? Yeah, I understand Swedish. It's quite similar to Norwegian. Veronica Maggio. Oh yeah, see what Tobias wrote. Veronica Maggio, it's written. Okay, next question.
What was the musical idea behind Love You Like That?
The musical idea?
Yeah.
Or like the idea
I guess,
behind
what's
the
the
song?
idea behind it, yeah.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. it's I call it my ultimate love song. It's my ultimate love song. I don't think I'm ever gonna write a Love You Like That in that way again. It's one of my, which I've said to some of you before, it's probably one out of my 2 top most personal songs, and it's just basically a love declaration to someone that I maybe felt like needed to hear it. And I can be really bad at being emotional, or like I can be really bad at maybe saying what's on my mind. Not what's on my mind, but I can be bad at like, what am I trying to say? Sometimes I'm maybe not as good as I should to tell people around me how much they mean to me, or how important they are, or how much I love them. And so I guess I put it in a song, and I said I love you I haven't counted, but probably 60 to 100 times. So I felt like that was saying it. Yeah, expressing my feelings. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. Okay, your sofa is pink. Yes, I have a lot of pink stuff in my apartment. My wall is also pink. If you're not probably wants to move now, so you can't see her. But I have a pink wall in my bedroom, and yeah. So, sorry, did I just pause that? I didn't mean to do that. Hello.
Okay, what
Okay.
is your favourite dessert?
My favorite dessert is creme brulee. Creme brulee. Or apple
Nice
pie.
choice. Do you have a guilty pleasure you're willing to share with us?
Yeah. I mean, someone just said dessert, and there you go. I love candy more than is normal for a 29-year-old. I love 90s music, like Hanson and that song, He Had a Bad Day, that one. Other guilty pleasures.
Så det är ju ändå...
Yeah, but that's... Oh, like housewives of this and that and the other. All the housewives, there was You Now got me into it, and they're so dramatic, and I feel like almost drained when I finish watching it, but it just makes me appreciate that my life is not as dramatic, so that's a guilty pleasure. Hey, Carl Swift.
Alright, what's your best advice for someone trying to learn Norwegian? Tack.
Oh, Bad Day is not 90s. Oh, gosh, really? Maybe it's like the early
Noughties.
20s. Not the early 20s, the early 2000s. Yeah.
Noughties. It's a good time for a guilty pleasure.
Okay. Should I answer the questions more quickly? Am I like taking too long with each question?
We're about a third of the way down, so... Okay, what's your best advice for someone trying to learn Norwegian?
You know what? Harry can answer this because he's trying to learn Norwegian, and so far it's been 5 years. And
So
would
he
you?
should know.
Well,
He probably shouldn't have. But what's the best advice
I think you just
to
have
learn?
to find yourself a very patient teacher. And, yes, just commit.
Do you want to say a few things in Norwegian?
Nei, det går bra. Takk. Super, ha det.
Best trick to learn Norwegian is to maybe make a Norwegian friend and force yourself to speak Norwegian,
Get a
because
good Norwegian
I think
girlfriend.
Norwegians kind of love when they get to speak English for a little bit, so it's really tricky to learn. It's so easy to just jump straight into the English again, so I think you just have to be like, no English, I'm gonna be Norwegian. Let's go.
Nice little message there that says, love you, hope you're staying safe and healthy.
Thank you. I'm staying safe and healthy, and I hope you are too.
Well, that was another question about coming to Italy for a gig. Love you and your music. What's your favourite song currently?
Ooh, my favorite song at the moment of recently released. Actually, I really love that song, "Kissing Other People." Oh yeah, "Kissing Other People" by Lennon Stella. Yeah, I'm into that. I don't really know much about her, but I like that song a lot.
She was that girl from Nashville, wasn't she? In that series. Her and her little sister.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is there a series?
Yeah, you should go and
God,
watch
I
it.
need to watch it.
Do you have plans to come to Germany for a concert?
It's a lot of live requests. If I promise you I will come to Germany, do you promise me you'll come to the show? Because last time I was in Germany, there was like not that many people. But the people that were there were really great. I'm sorry. It was really, I had an amazing
intimate.
It was intimate. I could come to Germany to a house tour maybe. No, I had a really great time playing there, but and I have actually got some plans to come back, and hopefully I'll see you at the show there.
I think this is a good one. Which Spice Girl are you?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to say what you think. Which Spice Girls do you think I was?
You can tell them about
Oh.
us being when we were kids.
How do I say the whole? Do I see that? Okay, baby Spice. Really sporty.
Norwegian stance.
I like that you all think I was Baby Spice. I think you're underestimating my
Scary.
my was scary. Yeah, I think I had too much energy and too much wildness in me to be a Baby Spice. But as you probably can also guess, my sister was Baby Spice. She had long blonde hair, kind of like round little cheeks, and she did a great Baby Spice. I was Mel B. Yeah, that was me. I loved the leopard, and I did the wild thing. I don't look anything like I was Mel B maybe right now, but at the time I feel like I was really pulling it off.
Nice. I listen to your songs every morning. This is not me. This is. I listen to your songs every morning. So tell me about your morning routines.
My morning routines. Oh God, I'm gonna be embarrassed to admit this, but it pretty much is waking up just a little bit too late to not having to stress like a maniac in the morning. So I get up, or I wake up, and recently I started doing a little bit of stretching in bed, which is actually really nice, but that's a very current thing. I've just started that. So I get up, I go to the bathroom, I shower, and if I have time, I try and look decent by the time I leave the house. But I'm what we call in Norway a B person, not an A person, which means that I like to stay up quite late, and I'm not like one of those people that wake up at 6 o'clock and I'm like, wah! So, yeah. And I mean, luckily I don't have a job that requires me to get up at 6 o'clock either right now, which I'll take a moment to appreciate that. And all credits to you who are getting up that early and going to work. So I get up maybe 8:30 or 8:45, and then I never really eat breakfast in the morning because I never have time. Stop laughing! I do get up at 8:30. Fucking hell! Maybe not these last few weeks, but
Once. Yeah, once.
I did. Okay, before 9. Let's say before 9. That's I get up.
8:59.
Don't listen to Harry. I get up before 9. Fucking hell. But yeah, so that's basically my morning routine. Putting up a little bit of maybe a little bit of makeup, and then run out the door.
Okay, what is the story behind Wearing Nothing?
Coffee. Yeah.
What's the story behind Wearing Nothing? And what does the song mean to you? P.S. I'm asking because this is a song that made me fall in love with your music. Also, my boyfriend and I used to have some beautiful road trips listening to it.
People say, 10 more minutes, 8:30? We're spoiled. Yeah, I know. It's one of the perks of being a self-employed musician is that you can't make those. But I do work a lot, so I'm allowed to sleep a little bit in the morning if I want to. And I'm gonna do that. Okay, so
the story behind Wearing Nothing.
Yeah, and him and his boyfriend is...
Her and her boyfriend.
Oh, her and her boyfriend,
listen
sorry.
to it on beautiful road trips.
Oh, that's so nice. Often when I write a song, it feels like a song that I'm passionate about. It often has that slight road trip feeling to it. I always say, oh, I can imagine having one of those open cars and driving down some place in south of France and listening to the song, and that's always a good sign when I make music. Wearing Nothing was we wrote it end of summer, and then it was basically just lying in my inbox, I think, for about 6 months, and I was really passionate about it, and I was I love the chorus, because we had the chorus, but we had a completely different lyric in the verses. There was something about Nordic sky and freezing winters and stuff like that, and And so we finally convinced my team that, you know, I have to go back to Sweden and I will continue writing on this song. And Alex and Ludwig and I, we were in the studio for about 3 days just trying to like make it perfect. And it's a really good memory. I love working on that song. I had such a great time. And I guess the meaning is just like daring to be completely like bare with someone and show them everything, and you know, being I guess like showing everything of yourself is basically like the meaning in my head. Yeah.
This says, what is the title of your new album and when does your next single drop?
I can't tell you the date yet, I'm sorry, but it's
You can tell them.
I can tell you soon. And also I for you guys again who follows my newsletter, you will know very, very soon when the next single drops. And for the rest of you, you will also know very soon, but maybe a little bit later than the others. So soon, basically. Yeah.
Region?
Okay, am I gonna get myself a bang? Like a bang again? Bang.
A fringe.
A fringe,
Some
sorry.
bangs.
Some bangs. Am I gonna get a fringe again? I did consider it. I seriously considered it before Christmas, and I haven't got the blow dryer technique down just yet, so I decided to wait a little bit. But I do love having the fringe, and I will definitely go back to it at some point. But right now, it's like nice to be able to put your hair behind your ears and get it out of your face, and so I'll probably stick to that for at least until this campaign is over. The thing is that when you release an album, you kind of want to like stick to the same look, so you don't suddenly show up with like blue hair the next day and everyone's like, wait, that doesn't look anything like your promo pictures, or yeah, there's a lot of thinking like that. So I think this will be my look for the next year, probably. So hopefully you like it. Or else I've made a horrible decision. I was going to go brown too, and I didn't. So yeah, I had a bit of an accident with the color where it just ended up being completely orange. So actually, if you look really closely, probably shouldn't tell you this, but if you look really closely on the Come Over video, there's definitely some yellow in there that's not meant to be there. But yeah, we got away with it.
Which musician would you like to collaborate with next?
Which musician would I like to collaborate with? You know what? Actually, I'm getting a lot of people saying, oh, why can't you Scandinavian girls do a collab together? And I think that would be awesome. Like, imagine all the Scandinavian pop girls just getting into studio together and making like a banger, and just maybe, like, I'm not just thinking like 1 or 2 out of us, but maybe like 8 of us. Like the band 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to do a collab with a woman. And it would be fun to do it with maybe a Scandinavian woman. Just because there's a lot of awesome Scandinavian female-fronted pop music going on at the moment. And I think that would be super fun. Yeah, I admire so many of them, and I'm inspired, and so that would be a really cool collab, I think.
Do you have any songwriting tips? And I cannot wait for your next Dublin show.
I love playing in Dublin. And I feel like we've been there quite a bit over the last year. Wait, what was the question?
Any songwriting tips?
Any songwriting tips? Any songwriting tips? Be honest. Because I think if you don't feel what you're saying, if you don't believe it, if it's not coming from like somewhere true, then I don't think anyone else is going to believe it either. I don't think that you always have to like, I'm always very conscious that whenever I write a song, that I feel like I'm not putting anyone else on the spot by saying something that, you know, I don't feel comfortable you know, I don't want to write something in a song that, you know, whoever I write the song is about feels like, wow, why did you like write that and stuff. But I still try and always be honest, or at least like look to emotions that I've had in real life, whether it's now or in the present, or even emotions that I really wish that I felt. So I think in a way you just kind of try and be honest and put your like true thoughts down on the paper, and you can always, you know, filter out stuff after if you feel like, you know, okay, that was maybe saying too much. But I don't necessarily think there is. I think, you know, you can feel when you hear a song and you think that, yeah, this really happened. That's a true story, and there's some real magic to that. So is that it? Yeah. Should I do another one? Another songwriting tip?
No, I think that's pretty good.
I think that's right. Yeah.
What is the first record that you ever bought?
Take me as my blondie. And my first record that I bought, you know, my dad used to take us to the record shop back in the days when they actually had record shops. And she and he would, you know, this was on Fridays. Not every Friday maybe, but like quite regularly on Fridays. And sometimes we would get to, you know, take a CD home. And I think my first one was probably Spice Girls, or maybe Backstreet Boys, or maybe one of those compilation, you know, like Absolute Music or Mac Music. I had a lot of those as well. Yeah, true child of the 90s. Okay, how long have you been going for now?
An hour.
Okay. Oh my God! It says that there's 1:43 seconds left. Okay, I guess that was it then. I'm sorry to have to like just go off after that, but it's telling me that we're stopping in 1.5 minutes. So we can always do another one. I'm gonna keep your questions, and if you want to, and if you had a nice time hanging out, then I promise to do another one before this quarantine is over, maybe in the very near future. So thank you for hanging out with me and Harry. Oh, you know. You know. "15 seconds. I'm gonna go and eat a bun, drink my beer, and watch something fun. All right, bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.